I recently put out an Instagram reel where I was talking about how basically most love songs are nothing more than codependency anthems, right? I need you, I want you, I can't live without you, I can't breathe without you, right? And there was some humor to it, but there was also more truth than humor. And I got a comment under it, or at least one of many comments, and this comment said, the reason is because healthy relationships are boring. That was the answer for this one individual. And I thought the answer was funny. To be honest with you, it's one of my followers. I thought she was funny for saying that, right? And maybe she was joking, maybe she was being sarcastic, I don't know. But I did look at that and I said, well, there is actually some truth to this for a multitude of people. There are a multitude of people in this world who truly believe that a healthy relationship is boring. Therefore, they would rather be in the quote unquote excitement of a toxic relationship. As a matter of fact, if you were to look at the media, if you were to look at any sort of pop culture, you would probably think to yourself, man, I need me a toxic, chaotic relationship. I need me an abusive relationship. I need me a beat 'em up type relationship because that's where all the fun and excitement is at. And that right there, my friends, is called conditioning. More specifically, it's called trauma, right? These are ingrained traumas that are now manifesting and essentially not only manifest in the lives that we live, but the relationship dynamics that we accept for ourselves. Because we can only accept from others what we already accept from us. And what we accept from us are those things that were programmed and conditioned into us, probably from our youth. I'm guessing this started as a toddler, as an infant, as a toddler, as an adolescent, and so on and so forth. So if you were raised in a household where love was considered, or abuse was considered to be love, right? Where codependency was seen as love, then of course you're going to register those aspects as love. I remember seeing this video of this young girl back in the day, and she was like, if he doesn't lay hands on you, like if he doesn't beat you up, then he doesn't love you. That's what she was talking about. And she was so serious. She was probably no older than 18, 19 years old. And I just thought to myself, that is sad. And this is before I got completely woke, right? I wasn't completely understanding of the subconscious mind and programming, etc. But even then I had an inkling to say this isn't right. The math is not mathing here, right? Like I understand, there could be some excitement to some drama, some arguing, this, that, and the third, and then the makeup sessions after. But I could still see that there was a problem with this line of thinking. And I believe that more of us than are willing to accept have this kind of subconscious belief system. We believe that a healthy relationship dynamic is boring. Now, it's the same thing as, me as a former addict. I used to believe that a lifestyle without drugs was boring. I used to believe that life without the smoke and the drink was boring. I honestly did. I believe that if you weren't going to a party or the club every weekend, that you were boring. You were a lame. Therefore, I ran from those activities like the plague. I promise you that. And I stayed at the function and it was lit, yet in reality, I was nothing more than an addict, nothing more than a junkie, nothing more than an individual wasting his potential, therefore wasting away his own life force. That was a reality, but I couldn't see it because my programming was saying otherwise, right? I had been indoctrinated to believe that this is fun and this is boring. So if somebody told me, oh, we're going on a hike. You want to go on a hike? I said, well, do they got the weed with them? And if they didn't, I'm cool. Nah, I'm okay. That sounds lame. That sounds boring, right? That was really my mentality. And it's the exact same mentality you have with somebody who says, you know what? Somebody who's actually, considerate and caring and loves you for real and is willing to build and, I need somebody who's going to put the Beats by Dre on you. Like, I need somebody who's going to cuss you out every now and then, right? And I'm not talking about, let's say, quote unquote, simp relationship, as we like to call it nowadays. I'm not talking about somebody who will cower to your needs, etc., right? I'm talking about just a normal, functioning, healthy relationship where two people are partnered up and they are coming in collaboration and doing their best to make it work. They are growing together. They're learning together. They have healthy habits that they built separately as well as together. That's what I'm talking about. There are people who view that right there, which again would be considered as simply normal in a normal world, but we don't live in a normal world. We live in a partially chaotic psycho world, right? Because of all this repressed and ingrained trauma per se. So again, we find ourselves in a place where we really have to question why we are attracted to what we are attracted to, right? That's like one of the mainframe questions that I ask myself. I say, excuse me, why are we attracted to who we're attracted to? Why are we attracted to what we're attracted to? And when we start looking at our lives objectively, or from, not an emotional standpoint per se, but just look at it honestly and truthfully, not looking to be defensive, but really looking at our lives, we can start to say, you know what? I think I am addicted to these drama-filled relationships. You might say to yourself, I really want peace. I love peace. I used to say that to myself. Like, man, I value peace. I value peace. But then I'll be in relationship with people who are chaotic. No, that means I like or love the chaos. If I'm choosing to be with people, whether they be in intimate relationships or friendships who are chaotic, that means I have an appetite for the chaos. It's the same thing as if I love to watch drama channels, if I love to watch, whatever shows they may be on TV, these housewives or these, keeping up with these people, whoever it is. If I have an insatiable desire to consume that, that means there's a part of me that loves the chaos. And I'm not saying you're bad for it. I'm not saying you're evil or you're wrong for it. I'm not here to judge you. That's not my point. My point is for us to break free from these cycles. And the only way we can break free from those cycles, the only way we can truly step into healthy and cohesive relationship dynamics with ourselves, therefore with others, is by investigating these things honestly. We have to be truthful about it. In order for us to stop feeling powerless and to step into our true personal power, we have to be honest with ourselves. Nobody else will do it for you. I promise you that. If somebody is benefiting off of your disempowerment, they will continue to perpetuate the disempowerment every single time. I guarantee it. Nobody who is around you right now who loves you as the plug, right? Like me back in the day, I had the thing on me. I had the sack on me. I had the 20 on me. I had the 40 on me. I had the half ounce on me. I had whatever on me. So of course people wanted to be around me because I had something that they desired. And of course they wouldn't tell me, hey, you know what? You should really reconsider your life. Have you thought about getting your life together? Nobody, not a single person in my circle, not a single person in my squad ever questioned my intentions, my motives, or my habits. Not a single one. But yet the moment I left those circles, did they have questions for me? And you might face the same thing. You might say to yourself, I actually want I want a healthy, peaceful life for myself. And then I want to step into a relationship dynamic that reflects that, because that's the way that works. You can't be chaos and then get peace in the relationship. That person can't save you into peace. I know you want somebody to save you or you want to save somebody, but that's not how it works. That person has to make that decision for themselves. That's how that works, right? But segue back. So you may ask or tell yourself, I'm finally going to step into this life of peace. I'm finally going to step into this. And you genuinely have the desire to do so. But you surround yourself with individuals who are the opposite, who are contrary to that belief system. If you have people around you who are literally demeaning or belittling your efforts to be something different, it's going to take away, it's going to strip, it's going to siphon energy from what you're trying to do. And for me, I say, it's not worth it. It's not worth putting in all this time, energy, and effort into yourself just to go back into the very same places. It's like if you're getting off the bottle, right? It's not worth it to be hanging out at the clubs and the bars when you just got off the drink. It's really not. Now you're fighting demons and fighting temptations. Like, it's really not worth it. So I say to you, like I'd say to my own children, I ain't got them yet, but they'll be coming soon, I'm pretty sure. I'll be saying it in the very same way that I would articulate to them. And I would say, look, I love you, do you, but if there is some chaos in you, sweetheart, if there's some toxicity in you, you're going to find it in your relationships. And if you don't want to admit it within yourself, your relationships are going to be a mirror image of that. So if you want to deal with that, and by the way, if I was a part of the traumatic programming, I would address it as a parent, which is a whole nother thing. That might be a whole nother series we have to do, right? Parentals admitting the things that they contributed to as opposed to hiding from it, because they might actually learn and might actually grow and might actually heal. But that's a story for another time, right? So we find ourselves in this place where we have these drama-filled relationships and we want different. We want to break the cycle. Guess what? You can. As a matter of fact, you are the answer. You are the only answer for this. Yes, you might find yourself a therapist. Yes, you might find yourself somebody who can help, a coach like myself, right? We can step into your life and we can do some things, but the thing that we cannot do is make a decision for you. So you must make that decision, period. Now I hear some talking outside, so I'm about to cut this one short. I'm about to wrap it up. Make sure to get yourself a copy of Doing Me Guilt Free. This is my first published book. Make sure to get your copy immediately. This book is going to break some chains for you. This is going to break you out of bondage so you can truly step into that personal power that you were born to experience, to be honest with you. Till next time, love you guys. Namaste. Namaste.